All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, how you doing, man?
Good yourself.
Good. All right, we out here another week to teach the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Okay, once again, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Okay, and also peace and blessings and salutations to the elect once again. All right, real quick, you can get me Revelation 17, and then we'll go into Revelation 18 as well. All right, because we know that the whore that sitteth upon many waters in the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter, is America Babylon the Great. What's up? How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. You got any questions about the Bible?
Yeah.
What's up?
First Corinthians.
Yeah, what about it?
Paul.
Okay.
Timothy.
Yeah.
Apostles.
Yeah, we know about that.
Tell me.
What you want to know?
I don't know. Because I don't study the Bible.
Oh, well. So how would you say you got a question about the Bible, but you don't know?
I have a question.
What's the question?
What were these brothers? Were they?
Well, Paul's mission, he was sent unto the Gentiles.
It's got the green light. Hang on. Probably just went off.
What's it look like right now? Is the sound good, bro? Because the camera is out, though. Is the camera on?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
I can't see it, though. It's weird.
It's weird. Yeah. I can't see it though.
All right, well, anyway.
So what interests me is my name's Paul. My mom named us out of the Bible.
Okay.
My brother is Timothy.
Okay.
How does Timothy and Paul wasn't?
Well, they were both men of the Lord. They're both men of the Lord. But if you asked about the Apostle Paul, I wanted to give you his why he was his mission.
Right.
His mission, he was sent to the Israelite foreigners, which the Israelite foreigners, they were Israelites by birth or bloodline, but they were worshiping and doing things of the other heathen nations. So they were going after other gods. They were eating unclean foods. They were celebrating other nations' holidays, kind of like we do in America. They was confused.
Yeah.
So the Apostle Paul, his job was to go to them to get them back into the ways of the Heavenly Father. That was his whole mission.
Yep.
And that's what he did. But before he was set up to do that, he was persecuting the church himself. He was going off and being wicked. But the story of him getting knocked off the horse, the Lord blinded him, called him up, and got his spirit right and sent him back down to do the work of the Heavenly Father. That was his mission. Yeah. So that's the Apostle Paul right there.
Awesome.
Yeah. But some of my kids are named after men of the Lord. One of my sons' name is Malachi, Isaiah, Shiloh.
Yeah.
So I got,
my mother wasn't a Christian woman, but she named all of her children out of the Bible. Yeah. It had to be something. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why we can't see.
You guys take
all right,
care.
bro. Take it easy, man.
Yeah.
Take it easy, man. Hey, go back to the stream again. So I want to make sure. I know you said you could hear me, brother, but it's weird because I can't see nothing on the camera, so that's why I don't like to stream off my screen.
Yeah, we're good.
I'll just leave it then. All right, so go to Revelation 17.
All right. You open these apps up.
Lord willing, it's fine, but I can't see nothing right now.
This is Revelation.
Hey, so you brothers can see me and hear me clearly. Just type con if you can see and hear me clearly. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 17:1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying, Come unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Right, and that great whore that sitteth upon many waters is America Babylon the Great. Okay, she's the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. All right, go ahead.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Yeah, the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. Okay? The kings of the earth have committed the water, brother. The kings of the earth have committed fornication with her via taking on her philosophies, her ways, her democracy, you know, and basically copying her. They've taken on the ways of this place. All right, go ahead. But now, we're just gonna go into it. Go ahead. If you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I mean, America, there's every fucking philosophy under the sun here in this place. And it's always making new philosophies, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, just look at how this feminism had destroyed the family unit.
Yep.
You know?
Super.
They've created a society that's obsessed with sex and choice, you know, overabundance.
And they try to push that on other people, other nations. They'll go into your land, steal your resources, and try to push democracy on you and make destroy the family structure and make the woman buck up against the man.
Yeah.
You know? And that nation might have some type of order within their family, but here comes Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He wants to destroy that.
He'll fucking bomb the shit out of your country, put in a puppet leader, and then 2-3 years, maybe 4 years down the line, you've got McDonald's and Walmart's opening up there.
Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
And we know that's representation of the NATO and the EU, which now is more than that, 7 heads and 10 horns, but that's representation of that. Go ahead.
And you know, when you look into that scarlet-colored beast, you know that in fact, we're going to get into a verse 4, slack it. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. And when you look into that, right, that was supposed to be one of the original designs of the Statue of Liberty. But if you look up the Statue of Liberty, it goes back to the Roman goddess Libertas, man. It's an exact replica of it, man.
Yeah, and that's why America, I remember the Apostle Gabar going into it, because America was basically named after Amerigo Vespucci, which was a man. But the reason why they named it America is because America is more effeminate. You know, it's more of an effeminate name. It means bitter when you go into it, but America is more effeminate than Amerigo. And that ties into prophecy because this place is known as a woman. She's known as a woman. That's why it says she shall no more be considered tender and delicate. You know, or you know, she's known as the Lady of Kingdoms, if I'm not mistaken, in Isaiah.
Yep.
You know, thou shalt be no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. And that's why this society pushes that feminism shit, man, because, you know, America is spiritually a woman. And in this society, women get away with every fucking thing, man. Go ahead.
We're hearing a woman shout down the street right now.
Yep,
That didn't happen in ancient times. This is verse 4, back in verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
And that's showing you that this place is filth. Just based off that scripture right there, the mother of abominations, harlots, you know, she's a harlot, man. All right? And this place is really a corporation through the spirit because all nations can flow over here. It's all about making money. All right? Each state basically is his own little fucking country, man. This place ain't on one accord. If you do something in one state, it'll be a different penalty than it is in another state. So it's really not on one accord.
And all this wickedness that goes on around the world, like all these trends and changing of philosophies, changing of ways of life, it all originates here, man. This is like the birthplace of all the harlots and abominations, all the abominable things, man. You know, because America is a hegemonic power. Okay, meaning that what? It has to spread its influence in order to stay alive. Okay, we're starting to see that hegemony decrease. So as it decreases, right, we're going to start to see this whole system unravel and get disrupted. Which, you know, we can bring out the MOTB later, but that's what it's going to ultimately lead to. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua.
Yeah, that's representation of the slaughtering that this place has done to the men of the Lord. The saints are the Israelites. I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the martyrs of Yahushua. Those are the ones that, you know, died or going to die for Yahushua, martyrs.
Yep, I did a video on that the other day, man. Some of us are going to have to be beheaded for this truth.
Yeah,
man.
some men are going to taste death, some men are not going to taste death, man.
And, you know, that's something that separates our leaders from a lot of these other leaders of Israel. Even when we first came in the truth, in the ministry, man, our apostles were pushing that vibration on the old GMS Walk and Talk channel, man. Apostle Gabar was putting that, man. You may have to get beheaded, you know, you may have to get tortured for this truth, in prison, you know. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder.
And if you're in this truth now, you're supposed to know what that means. All right, if you've been following and learning, and you're supposed to know what that means, man. All right, go ahead. The bottomless pit, which is ultimately Europe, okay? Go ahead.
Whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth.
And what do mountains represent in the scriptures? Governments. You know? Governments, man.
Yep. And you got these Christians. In fact, we're not even going to get into their fucking little fantasy world, man. Fuck them. All right? Verse 10. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which those 10 horns represent the original EU economic community before it was actually called the EU, right? They came together, and now they're this global conglomerate of nations that sits aside the other EU nations and America, man. You know, and America is on top of this whore controlling this.
All right.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings 1 hour with the beast, because they have these pacts with America, man.
Yeah.
If these 10 horns get attacked by anybody, they have a defense pact, man. And really nobody really wants to fuck with the U.S. military. As much as we can't stand this whore, and there are nations standing up against it now, nobody really wants, you know, direct war with the U.S. because it's probably not going to end pretty, man.
But at the end, and according to prophecy, it will. But I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
You know, because the Lord already said that they shall eat her flesh. He shall hate the whore, eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So he gonna use multiple nations to basically jump this place.
Yeah, it's like,
you know,
it's like if you're 5'6" and you're gonna fight some dude who's 6'5", 250, and
yeah, you're gonna need
works
some help.
out, knows how to fight. You know, you better plan accordingly before you get into that.
Yeah.
Into that ring.
But that's the spirit of the Lord. He's giving these other nations nuclear capabilities too. You know, so now once multiple nations get on you, they can overtake you.
And the Lord is putting the spirit on the Medes or the Russians and China to come up against this current world order, even though they're pretty much a part of it. But those are the nations that a lot of these other nations are clinging to for protection, both militarily and economically, from America and that Western influence.
Get Isaiah 13:5 real quick. Since you said you spoke about the Medes, which we know the Medes are the Russians.
The Medes.
And that's Putin and his crew. All right, the bear. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 13:5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Yeah, they come from a far country, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, because thermonuclear missiles have the capability to go from, they're called intercontinental ballistic missiles, meaning they can go from one continent to another within minutes, okay? And the Lord said he created the smith to blow up the coals in the fire. So the Lord, basically, these are his weapons, man, you know?
Yep. And each new generation of these weapons lowers the first strike and response time, man.
Yeah, like what did that one of the Chinese leaders said? He said China won't deliver the first blow or something like that, but they won't allow a second. I forgot how he said it, but basically he was letting them know, like, okay, if you attack us, we gonna attack you, man.
And they're being smart with how they roll, man, because they know that global favor is no longer in the West side. So they're doing a good job of playing this global chess and looking like the good guys. Oh wait, we're
you hit me first.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we're not the aggressors here, you know.
And that's why through the spirit of the Lord, the Lord put Trump in there, because that's the motherfucker that's gonna stir it up, man. We don't need no soft ass nigga in there, man. We need somebody, because Trump, he has an ego. And he likes to flaunt and gloat his ego, man. He gonna protect his ego, you know? So that's why the Lord put him up in there, because he got the more of a flaunty spirit, man. Okay?
Fierce king.
Yeah, he's fierce. He's got that's Nero. Go ahead.
Verse 6, Isaiah 13:6. How will ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
And that's our whole message, man. The day of the Lord. The day of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The scriptures tell us to hasten the day. It says, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So it's talking about the missiles even in 2 Peter's, the 3rd chapter. Just like it's talking about the missiles right here. Read that part again.
How will ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. So the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Exodus 15:3, the Lord is a man of war. He's going to bring the destruction.
I got to read that in the NLT.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 13:6 in the NLT. Scream in terror. That's great, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, scream in terror.
Scream in terror, for the day of the Lord has arrived, the time for the Almighty to destroy.
Yep. And it's gonna come perfectly, man. That's why it says in I think it's Isaiah 47, I think, when it goes into the prognosticators and all of that. I think that's Isaiah 47. Yeah, it says that these shall come upon thee in their perfection. All right, that's because all this destruction, when it comes from the heavens, when the destruction comes from the Most High, it's gonna come in its perfection, man. Because this is the Lord's judgment. The Lord's judgment is gonna come in perfection.
Yep.
There ain't nothing you could do about it.
And Trump was talking about building this golden dome. That's one of the reasons why he wants Greenland. Well, the scriptures say that none shall break their ranks, man. In Joel. Okay, they're all going to hit their target, man. Not a single one is going to miss.
These Edomites got all these fucking plans. They want to do all of this shit. The Lord's about to shit on your society, man. Mm-hmm. You want to do this, you want to do this. Only thing the Lord going to allow you to do is implement that chip. That's as far as you fucking going, man. You know? That's as far as your ass, that's as far as your red ass is going. The Lord going to allow you to implement the mark of the beast, man. All right? You got all this, you want to build a dome, you want to do this, you want to do that, man. We going to see. We going to see, man. Go ahead.
Elon Musk saying that within a few years there's going to be more robots than humans on the earth, man. What kind of madness is that? You people want this fucking society, man? You deserve to get hit by the Lord's weapons aimed at the nation, man. That ain't no way to fucking live.
God.
Back in Isaiah 13:6 on the KJV. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Yeah, all hands shall be faint, every man's heart shall melt. Shalom, bro. Yeah, every man's heart shall melt. Because you're going to be afraid in that day. The scriptures say that you're going to be as a woman that travaileth. So, hey, I need some of that fragrance you got, brother. This should be as a woman that travaileth. So all these people, you know, the toughest guys out here, the tough guys, all right? This brother posted Jeremiah 50:36. Get that and read down at 37. All the so-called tough guys, these hard-ass niggas walking around society like they fucking tough, they all gonna turn to women in that day, man. Because first and foremost, you ain't got no protection from the Lord, and the way society is going to go about, it's going to be so crazy. You know, you're going to try to protect yourself, but if you ain't got that protection of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, if you ain't got that shield around you, you ain't got that buckler around you, you're going to turn into a bitch, man. And that's just what it is. You know?
I'm going to start at 34.
Hey, if you can, on your phone, check the stream again for me. Because this is weird, man, but if it's streaming, it's streaming. I just want to make sure. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 50:34.
Nah, oh, you starting at 34.
Yeah.
All right, come.
Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes. And upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. It's like we're getting into the mighty men. You know? It's going to be... Physical might ain't going to get us through this, man.
No.
You know, doomsday prepping ain't going to get us through this.
Right.
You know, if it was all about being a doomsday prepper and having resources, then these elites, their kingdom would continue forever because they got all the bunkers, you know.
And Edomites still think that their society is in a good shape, but they really know. Like even the common Edomite, they know that because Edomites be keeping up on shit. You know, a lot of them, they know that their society is in turmoil, but they want it to go back to how it used to be. But it's never gonna go that way. It's never gonna go back to your beloved America, man. Like that retired, it was a lady. She's like a retired military person. And she was down there protesting against ICE in Minnesota or Minneapolis. And she said, "This isn't my America." Yeah, because the Most High is turning up the heat. And they prepping your minds to see destruction, man. All right? Now it ain't even about so-called ICE going after just Mexicans and Hispanics. Now they coming at you fucking citizens, man. Mm-hmm. And that's how it's gonna be during the time of martial law. They're gonna be coming after the common person. All right, it ain't gonna matter who the fuck you is, man. It's just gonna be judgment being blasted out here.
And you know, brothers been saying that for a while, man. Like they started targeting the northern nation first, the so-called immigrants, and then they started branching out to other nationalities and stuff.
But they also had that Salakia. They also had that shit where Trump was sending them troops into Chicago and shit, fucking with Judah too.
Right.
Remember that? He was sending them up in there. They was getting Judah and them.
Yep.
He was going to like Chicago. What other cities did they go to?
They locked down D.C.
Yeah, they was going after the other tribes too. So they was showing you different. You had ICE on the Latino tribes, and you had those different. What was that? The National Guard or some shit he was saying in there?
National Guard, Federal Marshal.
Yeah, they had them going after Judah, Benjamin, Levi. So they showing you that they was locking down on the tribes. But now they just going after people. You could be an American, they'll fucking ask you where your papers is at. They just killed 2 Edomites. You know? Mm-hmm. Now, whether they doing that, whether that's a psyop or not, shit, they still doing away with them.
They got this piece of legislation going around now called the Save America Act, where they're going to require They're going to require ID to vote, and a regular ass ID ain't going to do. It's going to have to be federalized, man, or your birth certificate or whatever, man. Just more methods of control.
Yeah, just like the TSA shit. If you ain't got the right ID, you gotta pay a fine. So if you flying and you got a regular ID, they gonna make you pay a fine. So you can't even have a regular ID and go through the airport no more, man. You gotta have a so-called enhanced or better.
It's not signed into law yet, but they were saying on the news that like 80% of Americans support it, and fucking they're just missing like 1 or 2 votes from the Senate to get it through, and Trump said he'll sign it as soon as it hits his desk.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 37. A sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. And America is a mingled nation, man. You know, in any city, man, you got all kinds of different peoples, man.
It's a melting pot.
That's why you other Israelite camps.
$45 without real ID.
Yep. Plus, probably sit there and make you sit there for fucking 8 hours.
And it technically is a real ID. It's just not the ID they want you to have. That's power. That's the power they want to have over you. You know? It might be a regular ID. This shit might not even be expired. Like, I got ID. My shit don't expire for 2 years. No, it's not an enhanced. You gotta have the enhanced. You know? That's bullshit, man. And brothers out there, I'll say this, man. Make sure your ID is not expired, man. We supposed to be up on stuff like that. Don't be walking around with no expired ass ID or your license is suspended and shit. Your license plates is, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to have all our paperwork is supposed to be valid, man.
Yeah, you don't want to wait till that time to get till ICE show up to your door to get your fucking shit straight, man. Don't give these devils a reason to fuck with you, man, because they will. You know?
Yeah, make sure all your paperwork is good, man. Because we still gotta be subject to the higher powers, you know? Yep. Don't get pulled over by the cops and be talking shit to the cops. Right. You'll be like that one nigga that got pulled over and the cop was whooping his ass and he was talking about some, but you wasn't being compliant, man. You was fucking being a nigga. The scriptures say, agree with thy adversary quickly, man. If the cop pull you over and say, let me get your license and registration, just give him your papers, man. Because a lot of times I've gotten out of many tickets by just being compliant. Hey, officer, how you doing? How's your day going? You know why I pulled you over? No, I have no idea. License, registration, here you go. If you cool with the cop will be cool with you. Because they want to go about their day too. But if you being a fucking nigga, oh, this fucking Edomite pulling me over. What you pull me over for? Now he gonna be an asshole.
You're giving him a reason to be an asshole, man. Your energy is matching theirs.
Agree with thine adversary quickly. Because that's the nigga with the gun in the cuffs, man. You ain't got the gun in the cuffs. And if it's his word versus yours, you gonna lose.
Yeah, you gotta understand that the Lord set him up.
The Lord, yeah. So just be compliant, and the Lord will see that. The Lord might put the spirit on the angel to change his mind up. Hey, I'm gonna give you a break today. Have a nice day. Then when you pull off, you say, call Allah, how about Shem Yahshai? And you tell the brothers about it. Man, we got pulled over coming from camp, man. So many, at least 3 or 4 times, man. We ain't getting no tickets, you know? You just gotta be cool, man. I ain't mean to rant, but, you know.
Hey, so, you know, well, getting back into this is the land of the mingled people, man. Getting on you other Israelite camps. You know, you always judging brothers by how they look, but this is a mingled land, man. There's a lot of intermarrying going on, a lot of children happening, you know, between different nations of people, man. So you can't tell what nationality somebody is by looking at them, man.
Try the spirits.
Yeah.
If you pop a so-called Chinese woman, and you a black man, that baby could come out dark skinned with goop features, or sometimes maybe the same complexion as the mom with her features. What you gonna say? That's a Moabite when his daddy is black, so-called black.
And there's examples in the scriptures where we would take war babies. I believe it's Deuteronomy 20. Don't quote me on it. I know it's one of them chapters. You know,
get that where it says try the spirits, whether they be of the Most High.
Yeah, 1 John 4. And you know, it says, you know, what do you shave their head? You pare their nails. And
when you go to war,
30 days, let them warn their family, and then you can go in unto her, and she becomes your wife.
Yeah.
Now, what if you have children with that woman? What nationality are those children, man?
And they say it was like that in World War II.
Yeah.
Taking, you know?
It's like that in every war, man.
Yeah. And that's why women, Salaki, I mean to cut you off. That's why women were known as booty, spoils of war.
Spoils.
When you go into another land, you when you win that war, man, you don't kill you. The women is shit. That's celebration time.
It's the treasure.
That's the
Yeah.
profit right there.
Yeah.
You pop them women, man, and sometimes you would have kids with them.
Even when nations would take over another nation, right? Even the royal families, that they would take the women, and the women would. And that's why women really ain't got no loyalty like that, man. Because they'll cry for a couple days and they'll go right back on with their life with their new captors,
Yeah,
man.
that's the fact.
Go ahead, bro, if you got it.
1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Behold, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit, whether they be of the Most High.
So like Yash was saying, you can't just look at somebody and say, oh, you're this. That's an Edomite. You know how many times we done encountered people who look like Edomites and they left the camp? We say, yo, that nigga was a Jake. Or a different nationality, yeah, that's a Jake, man. But how do we judge it? By their spirit.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahushua Hamashiach is come in the flesh.
And also, so like, I want to retract that. Not retract it, but go back to what I said. Also, you try the spirits whether somebody is righteous too. Not just based off their nationality. You try the spirit rather that's a righteous person.
Hey,
you know?
And I want to make this point.
Or wicked.
You know, Jake, when you see a Jake that's like, that look like the other nations, but he following the laws, because the scriptures say the laws is
That's like our schoolmaster.
What does it say? That they are a law unto themselves?
they're a law unto themselves. So sometimes you might see somebody that look like a heathen, but keeping the jakes of or the customs of a Jake, and that's another way to try this spirit and find out that they are, you know, of the Most High.
Yeah, so he might be doing it unknowingly. You know, he might say, I don't eat pork because I know that's in the Bible. Or he might look like a other nation, but he might believe in the Bible.
Yeah.
But, yo, I don't do that because it's in the Bible, you know?
I'm not going to eat no fucking octopus.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not gonna eat my chicken.
And it's not like that every single time. But, you know, the Lord will give you indicators, you know? Because we moving off, in these latter times, we moving off faith, you know? And that's the best thing you can lean on, is faith. Fuck your feelings, you gotta lean on faith.
That's right.
Go ahead. Well, that was it? I think
Yeah.
that was it, yeah. All right, whatever you got.
What were we at before? Isaiah
It's in
13?
Jeremiah, but you can go back to,
Isaiah?
you can go back to Revelation. We can go to Revelation, the 18th chapter now.
This is Revelation 18 and 1.
Go ahead.
And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils.
Babylon the Great is fallen, All right, that's when the destruction is here. Go ahead.
And the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Hey,
That's gonna come after the missiles. Go ahead.
even now, people are saying that, you know, America is downgraded to a third world country. So it's falling from the inside out. You know?
Yeah, they try to put makeup on it, but it's got two black eyes, man.
Yeah.
They trying to patch it up with makeup.
Right.
You know, even the infrastructure. You know, we speak about that sometimes. The infrastructure is bad in America. The buildings, the bridges, the roads.
Yo, just recently, a pipe burst.
Yeah, that water. Yeah.
In both Buffalo and Nashville.
That a lot of that's got to do with the weather too. But
That was
it's so
happening
damn
all
cold.
over the country, too, from what I was seeing.
And then people will say it's been cold because of global warming. You know,
Well,
that's just the Lord, man.
Yes,
Everything
yeah.
is the Lord. You know.
Don't take this place out.
The
Yeah.
Lord set up the earth to have, you know, defense mechanisms, man, when it's under distress.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to act wildly. You like shoot off volcanoes, create natural disasters. Ultimately, the Lord determines the end result of that. But He set up the earth, man, to shake things off if it needs to.
Yeah.
Hey, I believe it's spoken about in Isaiah 29:6, around there. The Lord shall visit thee with storm and tempest.
Tempest, yeah.
You know, and that's what He did just recently.
Yeah, you got one of my friends in the world. He lives in Florida. He was like, yo, it's fucking 20 degrees today. And then later on in that day, it'll be like 50. I'm like, this, but the earth is out of course. She's out of whack,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I got family down in Oklahoma, and they were saying that it was with the wind chills below zero. A lot of the pipes were freezing down there, right? Because their houses ain't built for that kind of cold.
It ain't built to sustain that weather.
This is Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Yeah, many nations have waxed rich through just by having dealings with America. Different deals, all right, or a lot of people come over here, different nations, they set up shop, and over time they make a lot of money. And on a larger scale, it's different nations doing big business with her.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Yeah, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. Because that last plague, that last trump, is going to be the thermonuclear destruction. Get where it says, in 6 troubles he shall deliver thee, in 7 shall no evil touch thee. I think that's in Job. That last trump is going to be the missiles. So come out of her, my people, is representation of us going up into the ships. There used to be a breakdown basically saying come out of her, my people, means you come out of her spiritually. No, it's talking about coming out of her being delivered. Read that part again.
And I heard another voice.
And you do have to come out of her spiritually, by the ways you act. But that's not how this is broken down.
Saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
And that you receive not of her plagues. What's the last plague going to be? The missiles. Right? So that come out of her, my people, is representative of the elect being beamed up. You got that? Go ahead.
Job chapter 5, verse 19. I'm sorry, verse 18. Job chapter 5, verse 18. For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands maketh whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Because we know that it's 7 trumps that's going to take place. So it says, he shall deliver thee in 6, but in 7 shall no evil touch thee, meaning the righteous is going to scarcely be saved. You're going to be saved right before that 7th trump. Go ahead.
In famine he shall redeem thee from death.
In famine he shall redeem thee from death. The Lord said, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be thirsty. My servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. So in famine, he going to deliver us from death. Everybody else going to be out here fucked up, dying, not having no food. All right, Lord willing with those men. Go ahead.
And in war, from the power of the sword.
So is it not going to be war out here? Is it not going to be civil war? People, hey, they ain't come out with those different purge movies for nothing. It's going to be motherfuckers going to be trying to purge out here, man. 2nd Ezra 15. People going to be invading one another.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
And we believe through faith that the Lord is going to put a particular spirit on us. All right, so we could, withstand. So we might not have the same spirit we got on us now. When all hell is breaking loose, the Lord might completely change our spirits, man, to where we could withstand and see certain things. Right now, if you see somebody get murdered, you might be like, oh, shit. What the? Oh, my damn. And that day, the Lord you might just have it to where you might be like fucking Terminator. You might just, go ahead.
You might be thinking about it for a couple days, too, having that flashback in your mind over and over again.
Yeah.
I got a precept.
But in that day, Salaki, bro, go ahead.
How much more so before we came in the truth? Before we came in the truth, we would need a fucking counselor or some shit.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, it's,
You
hey.
I gotta go to counseling, man. But hey, in that day, the Lord might put a whole different spirit on us to where we might see that shit and be like, yo, that nigga got his judgment. That person got, hey, we might be like Denzel in the Book of Eli.
Yeah.
Remember when the chick was getting rammed on? He said, it's not my business. And he kept walking.
Yo, man, the Lord is going to put a cold spirit on his elect men. You know, similar to how the angels got a cold spirit. You know? Can I get this?
Yeah.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God's, or as as powers.
Yeah, those are the feeble among them shall be as David. We know King David was a true warrior, man. King David leaped over a wall and ran through a troop. All right, he had a very, very mighty spirit on him. So it says those that are feeble among them, meaning the weak, shall be as King David. And the Lord is going to defend us in that day. Go ahead.
And the house of David shall be as God's, as the angels of the Lord before them.
Hey, in the script, the Lord said that that was your car. That's gonna look nice though. The Lord said that he's gonna raise up the tabernacles of David. All right, that's in Amos.
So the Lord is gonna quicken his elect spirit at a particular time.
Yeah, he's gonna defend us. He's gonna put a cold spirit on us to make us be able to withstand whatever condition society is in. You know?
Because you got to consider the Lord is about balance. The Lord is allowing Esau to raise up and cause hell, but he's also gonna help his elect.
Yep.
And that's gonna come in the form of
hardening our spirits.
Yeah, that and
making us steadfast and unmovable.
Yeah, all that.
All right. We're good. I mean, we meditate upon terror now, man. You know, we think about these things all the time. You know, we think about the destruction. We think about the persecutions that ourselves are going to go through. Okay, it's all part of it, man. Raising you up, making you solid, man.
Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west.
Right, and there's protection in fear in that name, man. Was in Proverbs 18:10, I believe it is. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Okay. Go ahead.
And his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up the standard against him.
Yeah, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. That's Esau. Because he's going to come in with his troops. He's going to come in trying to implement his New World Order. You know, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. And he's going to come for a lot of Israelites. You know, they know who we are. All right, but it says the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them.
Scriptures say that they shall be like madmen, sparing none. Great insurrection against those that fear the Lord. Okay, even these people out here, man, they're astonished at the things that we say, man, because we don't sound like these grape juice Christians, man, these chocolate sprinkled Christians, man.
Well, we prophets of doom, so we ain't coming
right.
to give you the prosperity doctrine. We coming to give you what's written in the scriptures. We coming to let you know what times that we living in and what to expect and who the Lord is coming to deliver. That's all you need to know. We're not living in the times of prosperity. Get Ephesians 5 real quick, 14, and read down.
God.
Evil times are here, man. The wickedness that these devils got going on, the things that they trying to accomplish, it's all under the orders of wickedness. Go ahead.
This is Ephesians 5:14. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
So, and we also out here telling you how to walk, how to conduct yourself. And we don't just do it on the camera and then we leave here and then we go eat a slab or some baby backs, you know. And, you know, we go, we might go get attacked. No, we don't leave here and go conduct ourselves no differently. What we say on camera, that's how we is in our everyday lives. We try to apply the script. We apply the scriptures to our life to the best we can. So we're not pretending. All right, go ahead. And the reason why you don't do that, because the Lord will take your ass out if you pretending. Go ahead.
You're supposed to have wisdom, man. The Holy Spirit is synonymous with having the Holy Spirit is synonymous with having the gift of wisdom, man.
Mm-hmm.
Redeeming, verse 16. Redeeming
No,
the
you gotta
time.
read up. Read up.
Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil. That's what I wanted right there. The days are evil. So you're supposed to know what time you're living in. You're living in an evil time. You're living in evil days, man. All right. Like I said, the plans that the elite are planning is to ultimately you're not in your everyday citizen. You're not in their plans.
That's right.
Okay.
You overeaters.
Yeah. We're known as the lower hanging fruit. Useless eaters. So that's why we call upon our power to deliver us from this bullshit, man.
They can't wait to get you out of their factories and replace you with money-saving robots, man.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear you bitch
Complaining.
about having breaks, calling in sick,
Yeah.
you know, going on strike, asking for raises. They're done with that shit, man.
Yep. So they want to replace your ass, man, with technology. All right, because technocracy is a big part of their plans moving forward. 15-minute cities, everything being convenient, where they don't really need people to do certain shit.
Yeah. Just give you a C-hip, you know, and put some credits on it so you can keep society flowing.
Yep. Hey, that's why they created the Georgia Guidestones. They want to knock the population down to 500 million. That means they have to kill billions of people. Billions. You know?
Precept.
Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginnings of famine and great death.
Yeah, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? Hey, Ezra saw that vision, and that vision was horrific. He saw destruction, he saw famine, he saw a bunch of things. So he said, who? That vision was so vivid. He said, who gonna deliver me from this? You know? Go ahead, read that part again.
The beginnings of sorrows. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginnings of famine and great death.
And we just read in Job that the Lord said in famine, he's going to deliver us from death. So that answers the question that Ezra's asked, right? You know, that's how you connect that. Go ahead.
The beginnings of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginnings of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
And that lines up with Josh was just reading Ephesians 5. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Get where it says the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Get that real quick. Keep going in that.
Okay.
I got something.
All right, go ahead.
Proverbs.
The days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil, right? Which is, you know, walking circumspectly, right? And hideth himself. Okay, and how do we hide ourselves? Like it says in Psalm 91, man, under the shadow of the Almighty, right? And hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And it says it again in Proverbs 27:12, word for word. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And we see simpletons every day that we just know, oh man, are these people even going to last the first 72 hours when this society gets the plug pulled on it? You know? you can see a lot of people that just clearly are in a zombified state and are marked for death for when that time comes, man. They have no protection of the Lord at all, no fear of the Lord.
That's how this society is ran. It's ran off, wickedness, man. Or it's basically ran off the do as thou wilt spirit. In this society, you do what makes you happy. Rather is it could be wicked, but if it makes you happy, you should do it. That's bullshit, man. You know? But if it makes you happy and it's righteous, they'll frown upon it. You know?
I got that too.
Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 16, fast forwarding down to verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
And that's how we know through the spirit we got the cheat code. The days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So that's the Lord telling you the beginning and the end, man. So you shouldn't be fearful. You should be standing on faith. All right? Now, you might get shaken up a little bit. You might, oh, shit, damn, But don't be, it says if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small.
There's more.
Go ahead.
Going into what you was talking about. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt. For Yahweh Shem Shai is your guide.
And having doubt, that's ultimately a demon. When you always doubting, I don't know if you're not grounded. So always doubting and thinking, well, what if this and what if that? What if that's a demon on you. You're supposed to stand 10 toes down on Yahweh Shem Shai and believe that He's gonna get you out of those situations.
Like I just quoted earlier, steadfast.
Yeah, steadfast and unmovable.
Man.
You can't be if you got a question about every fucking thing, you ain't got no faith, man. Everything that comes, well, I got a question.
Yeah, that's an effeminate spirit.
Yeah.
Man. Being wishy-washy about everything. It's a feminine ass spirit.
It comes to a certain point where you just gotta chug it up to the faith in Yahweh Shem Shai.
Yeah, and then we ain't gonna have time for all the what up, bro? We ain't gonna have time for all them damn. And here it is the latter times we moving through somewhere. The Lord got us, and you just asking questions. Shut the fuck up and move through faith, man.
Right.
Like you said, that's an effeminate thing to have. Women do that shit. Yeah. Where you going? Who you with? What time you in? All these questions. In the days of trouble, you ain't gonna have time to be asking all these fucking questions, man. We moving on faith. Walk by faith, not by sight. That's why. Oh, Salakia. In the movie Book of Eli, he had the bitch with him, and all she was doing was talking.
Yeah,
she was following him around. And she just kept talking, man. Just talking. Right.
Nuisance.
She was a burden unto what he had going on. Because when he was by himself, he was moving.
Right.
He was going to where he needed to go. And then when he got a little tag along, she was always talking and asking questions, man.
Yeah, she hindered him too.
Yeah. So that's a good example right there. Go ahead.
Verse 73. And the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, and said the Lord power, Yahweh Shem Shai, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. But that's why you got to do what's required now.
Yeah.
That's why now is so important.
It's the grace period. Right now is the time where you're supposed to be tightening up all your loose screws where you weak at. The things that where you weak, you're supposed to be tightening it up. You don't use this grace period to bullshit around. We can all get better. I know lately I've been learning a lot just in general, just throughout life in general, man. You gotta tighten up certain places where you weak at so you could grow and become stronger. Because even though we in the truth, we still deal with everyday life. And sometimes that shit will try to hinder you from being in the spirit. So you got to tighten up everything. You got to tighten up your life. You got to tighten up when you're in the truth. You got to do a full circle, man.
Yeah.
Circumspect, full circle.
Yeah. So you can be confident in the times that brothers are talking about.
Yeah. Because we're not supposed to be weak in the mind, man. We're supposed to be strong. Here it is. We're leaders of our nation. So you can't be a leader of your nation. The Lord got us out here being prophets and men of the Lord and leaders of the nation. But you got effeminate traits. You can't be like that, man. We gotta be real stand-up men.
That's right.
You got something else?
I was going to continue.
Go ahead.
Ephesians 5. Ephesians 5 and 15. I'm going to read down to 18. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Okay, and we're coming into the time where, you know, the will of the Lord is becoming very apparent about what he's going to do to this place, man. Okay? And what he's doing in this truth. 2025 was the start of a lot of these camps getting exposed, man. He got Alizé out of there. You know, straight up just got rid of him in 2025, man. Now he's being a laughing stock, man.
Look at the Genesis Israelites, man.
His fruits, Genesis Israelites.
They're an embarrassment they're an embarrassment of the nation. You trying to give heathens our blessing, man. You basically went into full motherfucking 501c3 black Christian church mode, man. Because that's what they fucking teach, man. They teach that the other nations can make it. They teach come as you are. No, this is our shit, man.
You went from making hip hop videos, we finally got him to take his fucking hat off.
He took his hat off for Dr. James White, the Edomite, and he put on some glasses with a silk burgundy shirt on.
With a tie, the phallic symbol.
You know?
That's how you know he sold out.
You guys should be embarrassed, man.
Went from having guns and baseball caps in his music videos to
Sticks at weapons at camp. You had that Passover. I'm talking to you, Deacon Akai. You had that Passover where you and Alazar was on these big ass high chairs with the nigga with the AK sitting in the building. What the fuck is all of that, man?
and now you're bringing out old text messages of your former Sakari members, man.
It's an embarrassment.
That's some woman shit.
It's an embarrassment. And none of y'all business is handled in-house. It's all exploited, man. That's why the apostles always said, just go out there, do the work, and that's it. You don't need to put extra seasoning on this truth, man. It's raw, it's not filtered, it's raw. Go out and teach the word. That should be good enough. But it's not good enough to a lot of you niggas, because now you want to monetize it. Now you want to make money. Now you want to make merch. Now you want to sell this. Now you want to sell that. You're looking at it as an opportunity to benefit your ass instead of benefiting Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Now you want the social media following. Now you want to be seen on all these podcasts, doing all these fucking interviews and shit, man.
Like, share, subscribe. You know, like, share, subscribe. That's YouTube people shit, man. You know?
Hebrew Israelite influencers.
Yeah, you niggas is Hebrew Israelite influencers. Fucking niggas, man. Using the truth to benefit your pockets. That's all you care about. You got the Cash App in the description, the Patreon, the motherfucking, what's the other one?
Get the fuck out of here.
Cash App, your Venmo. All these ways for people to donate money so you could be greedy. But meanwhile, your doctrine is fucking horse shit, man. It's horse shit.
Right.
Your doctrine is horse shit. And horse shit stinks, by the way. You smell it all over the damn farm. It stinks.
Right.
And that's your doctrine, man.
Yeah.
We don't care about having a bunch of money in this truth, man. The Lord gives us our daily bread every day. We got jobs, we got cars, we got houses, we got women. You know? We don't need all of the money in the world, man. The Lord gives us enough to sustain ourselves, and if a brother don't have it, the Lord will look out. We don't need, what did the Lord say? Give me neither poverty nor riches. Because when you get the riches, you no longer think about the Lord. You think about how you can spend that money. That's why y'all niggas was going to the strip club when y'all Passover. Y'all had a bunch of money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what to do with it.
Yeah, you know what to do with it. Let's spend some of it, you know? When you just getting by, you're able to be more focused. You know? Your mind is not set in folly all the time. Because if you got an abundance of riches, you're always going to be thinking about bullshit. Especially in this world. You know? Especially in this world, man. So the Lord keeps us just, you know, the Lord might give you some extra, and then sometimes he'll knock you on your ass and be like, hey, remember me. And bring you right back to him.
Hell yeah.
You know? And then you be calling on the Lord. Sometimes the Lord will knock you on your ass because he's saying to himself, I want him to call on me. Let me knock him on his ass real quick. And then as soon as you get knocked on your ass, you Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you know?
Right.
We call on him anyway, but I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah.
The Lord will show you, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring you back to me.
And the Lord do that to get our attention.
Yeah, get your attention. Don't forget, you know? But you got a little more, we're gonna close it out.
Let me get this real quick. There will be a second, Papa Shah.
And like I said, I hope the stream eventually comes out good, because the screen is black, but when you look at it from a different phone, it's good. So
This is Psalms chapter 146, verse 5. Happy is he that hath Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Slaki. Happy is he that hath the power of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord his power, which made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that therein is, which keepeth truth forever, which executeth judgment for the oppressed, which giveth food to the hungry.
Well, the scriptures say that the Lord before us, who can be against us, man? This is the creator of the heavens and the earth we're talking about here, man. Mm-hmm. If he can't get you through that time, then what is going to get you through that time? Okay? You go call on these other gods. I've been noticing a lot of these Jakes, they want to go back to that. Remember when we were battling these Kemet clowns, man?
yeah, that's all bullshit.
But these Kemet
They're going back
clowns,
to that setting.
these Kemet clowns, they try and spend more time and energy debunking the Bible, trying to debunk the Bible because they got that dark energy, than they do studying their own shit, man. That's how we know that this is the truth.
And they need us. We don't need them.
Right. Yep. We know this is the truth because everybody comes against the Bible, man. Everybody comes against the Bible, man. You don't see people scoffing against the Quran like that or these other religious books.
Fine. They need us to keep their views up. You know?
Stay
You got more?
relevant.
That was it.
The brother put something on the comment board on.
You can read it.
This is from the brother Samuel Allah. Second Nedrash, chapter 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to file from flee from these times. That was
Yeah,
it.
you got to put off that weak nature, man. Like I said, we leaders of our nation, and we're men. So we have to be stand-up, masculine men. You can't be walking around with all that effeminate energy, man. That's not what a prophet does.
Gird up thy loins.
Save that soft energy for when you with your woman. Then you could lighten up. All right? But for real though, you know, you around your woman, you lighten up. You know, you might take a little bit of bass out your voice. You know, that's for that setting, man. Other than that, be a man. You know. Hey, so with that, all right, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rekakodash. All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's elect. All right, Lord willing, you were edified, and Lord willing, we'll see you next week. Shalom.
Shalom.